Do you find yourself in search of knowledge and ancient wisdom that may help you live a better life? If this is the case, you've come to the right place. Today, we'll be exploring and delving into the teachings of some of the most influential philosophers of all time. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the wisdom of these philosophers.
Time is the king of all men, he is their parent and their grave, and gives them what he will and not what they crave. I dress for the image. Not for myself, not for the public, not for fashion, not for men. Why do Jewish men die before their wives? They want to. I consider my ability to arouse enthusiasm among men the greatest asset I possess. The way to develop the best that is in a man is by appreciation and encouragement. The best teamwork comes from men who are working independently toward one goal in unison. Labor disgraces no man. Unfortunately, you occasionally find men who disgrace labor. You philosophers are lucky men. You write on paper and paper is patient. Unfortunate empress that I am, I write on the susceptible skins of living beings. We do not want the men of another color for our brothers-in-law, but we do want them for our brothers. It doesn't take a hero to order men into battle. It takes a hero to be one of those men who goes into battle. We can be knowledgeable with other men's knowledge, but we cannot be wise with other men's wisdom. Two men look out the same prison bars, one sees mud and the other stars. The big divide in this country is not between Democrats and Republicans, or women and men, but between talkers and doers. Smart women love smart men more than smart men love smart women. There is always inequality in life. Some men are killed in a war and some men are wounded and some men never leave the country. Life is unfair. Representation of the world, like the world itself, is the work of men. They describe it from their own point of view, which they confuse with the absolute truth. A family is a unit composed not only of children but of men, women, an occasional animal, and the common cold. By nature all men are equal in liberty, but not in other endowments. Why should men be constrained by antiquated stereotypes of masculinity? What does it even mean to be a real man anymore? Shouldn't we all be celebrating a wide range of definitions of manhood? Big jobs usually go to the men who prove their ability to outgrow small ones. To understand how any society functions, you must understand the relationship between the men and the women. The world is divided into men who have wit and no religion, and men who have religion and no wit. I am looking for a lot of men who have an infinite capacity to not know what can't be done. Women are hypocrites. Women are opportunists. Women are liars. They are abusers and bullies and manipulators. They are capable of cruelty, callousness, and evil. Just like men. I'm fed up to the ears with old men dreaming up wars for young men to die in. The actions of men are the best interpreters of their thoughts. Women should not be forced to accept sexual harassment as the price of admission to a life and career in the political world. They should not have to endure unwanted touching, innuendo, and propositioning from men in positions of power. Men often oppose a thing merely because they have had no agency in planning it, or because it may have been planned by those whom they dislike. All the problems of the world could be settled easily if men were only willing to think. The trouble is that men very often resort to all sorts of devices in order not to think, because thinking is such hard work. Cricket is not gender biased. It isn't that men's cricket is different and women's a different one. There is no such thing as society, there are individual men and women, and there are families. Youth cannot know how age thinks and feels. But old men are guilty if they forget what it was to be young. Men stumble over pebbles, never over mountains. Experience is the only prophecy of wise men. How could man rejoice in victory and delight in the slaughter of men? Love rules the court, the camp, the grove, and men below, and saints above, for love is heaven, and heaven is love. As men get older, the toys get more expensive. No struggle can ever succeed without women participating side by side with men. Men are mortal. So are ideas. An idea needs propagation as much as a plant needs watering. Otherwise both will wither and die. I used to get stressed out all the time when I thought winning was important. I wanted to try to win and help my kids win. Once I figured out it wasn't about winning or losing, it was about teaching these kids about being men, that's when I started to relax. Societies have always been shaped more by the nature of the media by which men communicate than by the content of the communication.
We've come to the end of our journey into ancient philosophers' life lessons every man should know. It's easy to see that their teachings are still relevant and powerful today. I hope you enjoyed this video and took away something valuable from it. Thank you for joining me. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.